Hello, everyone. And we have some big crypto news today. First of all, in the crypto influencer world, Bitboy has retired from YouTube. Or at least he says. We all remember, influencers that retire only to come back 3 days later because they solved their mental dilemma or mental problem or something. And yes, he recorded a hilarious video, sort of sad, but hilarious video of him sobbing all over the place, saying that why he's retiring from YouTube, and that his setup costs $25,000 a month. I don't know if this is like an e-beg for money or whatever, but I don't really, I'd really take all that stuff with a grain of salt. Once again, I've seen many other crypto YouTubers retire from YouTube only to come back just a short while later. Yeah, I mean, Ben's definitely got some problems, as we've actually seen, but I don't know, like YouTube is such a big cash cow. Maybe like Discovery Crypto was actually footing the bill for all the studio stuff before, and Ben's just finding out, hey man, that stuff actually cost a lot of money, and he doesn't want to foot his bills right now. He'll probably be back in the bull run is my guess, but I'm not really sure like why it costs $25,000 a month to run your studio. That doesn't actually make any sense if you think about it. Like, I obviously just run it from my room because it's like cheap and it's a decent setup in my room. But, just say like I can rent a place around here for $1,200, a very, very nice studio. I can decorate it, spend $1,000 or $2 decorating, and I'd have a really nice studio. Get some extra lights and stuff. I would have a really, really nice studio. You can do that, for maybe $2,000, well, $1,200 a month, plus maybe like $1,000 of decorations around the room, maybe $1,500 of decorations, but it would not be $25,000 a month. I don't know if he's hiring like advanced AI bots or whatever, or hiring like a bunch of strippers or something. I don't know how you would get that bill up to $25,000 a month unless you had a ginormous studio. Maybe if you were counting all the traveling fees of you going everywhere. But even with that, it's kind of hard to max at $25,000 per month. So not really sure where that figure actually comes from. Probably included a lot of other stuff in that figure. Because, like YouTubers, they do tend to kind of like balloon up the figures, either to make people feel sorry for them or to assert their dominance, because I've got a lot of money and I'm spending a lot of money on making these videos. But realistically, to actually set up a studio, to rent a space, to actually decorate, it doesn't cost $25,000 a month. But maybe, who knows, maybe he is spending $25,000 a month on like extra special lights or an extra special space or traveling to conferences and all that stuff. Who knows? I'll give him the somewhat benefit of the doubt. Still don't think he's spending $25K. But either way, I mean, if he wants to take a break from YouTube, I think that's for the betterment of everyone out there. Because realistically, we don't really need all that drama, although some people find it interesting to watch. But we don't really need it all that much. And Bitboy's got some of his own problems to actually work out, obviously. But obviously, like, I'm going to see if he stays retired or he decides to come back very, very shortly, because I know several tubers that have actually decided to come back shortly after they retired, which means they didn't really retire. So Visa is actually mass adopting crypto withdrawals basically they're mass adopting crypto because they're opening crypto withdrawals in 145 countries. And this is, I think, the biggest adoption of any major financial firm in crypto. And it is through MetaMask. So MetaMask users can now sell crypto directly to a Visa card, which eliminates the need to use centralized exchanges. So essentially we have massive fiat on-ramps. So essentially, like, I think Visa is giving like a massive fiat on-ramp via MetaMask users. Maybe AWT will have another on-ramp. I think it's probably only going to be for like Bitcoin and other major coins, but we'll see. Global payment giant Visa is doubling down on cryptocurrency adoption. Obviously, they're making a lot of money from this by enabling another method to exchange crypto to fiat currencies without using a centralized exchange. So like, this might actually hurt Coinbase and Binance for sure. So they partnered with Web3 infrastructure provider Transact to introduce cryptocurrency withdrawals and payments through Visa Direct Solution. The firms announced Jan 30th. The new integration allows users to withdraw currencies like Bitcoin directly from a wallet like MetaMask to a Visa debit card. Available immediately, the integration enables one to exchange crypto to fiat and pay at 130 million merchant locations where Visa is actually accepted. By enabling real-time card withdrawals through Visa Direct, Transact is delivering a faster, simpler, and more connected experience for its users, making it easier to convert crypto balances to fiat. So there's a ton of massive fiat on-ramps coming via Visa. So I wonder what role centralized exchanges will actually play in the future if this actually happens out, because that means people can go directly through DEXES. I think centralized exchanges are going to be for things like perpetual futures and secondary markets, as well as like maybe markets for stuff like the ETF. So the collaboration significantly expands the number of options to convert crypto into fiat currencies and brings big milestone in bringing crypto and traditional finance, bridging the crypto and traditional finance worlds. Transact's marketing head and investor relations head Harjit Gangwar noted. So very, very good news. And it allows users from 145 countries, this is from Cointelegraph, but many outlets have reported on this, to directly convert at least 40 cryptocurrencies to fiat without relying on centralized exchanges. So I don't really know what the list is, probably like a bunch of big L1s. I'm guessing like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, maybe Cardano, Solana, they're all going to be on there. According to them, this collaboration brings significant benefits to users of decentralized platforms and allows wallets like MetaMask, Ledger, Trust Wallet, and others. So I think like centralized exchanges are going to have to find new ways to survive. They're going to have to offer newer services because a lot of people just use the CEXs as actual on-ramps. So this is massive, massive news. And I don't think like people really realize what huge effect this will have, but people should be paying attention to this move because this is a game changer move. And of course, we got to talk about the Jupiter airdrop. It happened today, and they dropped $700 million, I think. Over $700 million of Jupe token. There's been over $1 billion in volume. And as you can see on CMC, the price has gone down. But that's not a huge surprise. Prices often go down after a big airdrop. It's come down. It's actually come down from about $1.27 to about 59 cents. The main airdrop came right after launch, I believe. And that's not surprising. A lot of people probably dumped, and it's been dumping all the way down. The volume is still increasing at this point, and right now it's an inverse relationship, so I don't think it's quite stopped dropping yet. It's at 58 cents. It could easily drop below 50 cents, but at some time it's going to rebound. Would I sell some right now? Yeah, I would still sell a bit of my airdrop right now just to cash in to make sure I get something. I do think like it could possibly be successful, but remember, Jupiter is not really a DEX in itself. It's just an aggregator, but aggregators definitely have some use. So I would be at least keeping some of my bag because right now the market cap's 700 million. Being a major aggregator on Solana, I think it can easily go over $1 billion. So I do actually think like this has future potential, especially since the Solana ecosystem is going to be pretty large. The circulating supply is only 1.35 billion Jupiter. The total supply is 10 billion Jupiter, so there is going to be some dilution. So, I might sell like a third of the bag, keep the other 2/3 of the bag, just to see where it'll actually go. I'm sure it'll pump with the Solana ecosystem. So there's definitely some utility in actually keeping the tokens. And plus, like, you might actually want to use Jupiter later on. I don't think this is the only airdrop. I think they're going to airdrop like every year. So this essentially is one of the biggest airdrops of the year. Some people got tens of thousands of dollars. Other people got like a couple $100s. But overall, like, I think this is actually a fairly successful airdrop. The price didn't just all go to zero. There's still a lot of people advocating for keeping the Jupiter tokens. And like I said, I would keep some of them, but I would definitely get some profit off of some of them too, especially if you have a lot of Jupiter. And of course, like, we have whale sell alerts, 800,000 Jupe sold at 64 cents. That was the last one 7 hours ago. And obviously, that's a lot of the whales are actually going to be selling at this point. There's a lot of like wash trading at this point. There's a lot of pumping and dumping at this point. But I think trajectory for the next day or two is probably going to go down. And after this volume graph down here more or less evens out, then we can see an evening out of the price and maybe a rebound in the time to come. At least that's what I'm actually seeing for Jupiter. I've seen this happen before on other large airdrops. Remember Uniswap airdrop? It dropped a lot first and then went back up in price. And the people that actually held the Uni airdrop are very glad they did now. So there's a lot actually that goes into something like this. Calculus-wise, like I said, sell some, keep some, see where it goes. But make sure to get a bag first from the Jupiter that you've actually gotten. But I do believe in the Solana ecosystem. I think it will actually do very, very well in this bull run. And I definitely think that Jupiter it might be part of that ecosystem. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.